Pennsylvania's state system of higher education. 14 universities, infinite opportunities. This week, we explore the opportunities available at Cheyney University. First, we'll hear from University Interim President Frank Pogue.
Hello, I'm Frank Brogan, the Chancellor of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, and welcome to our viewers. I'm delighted to continue to have the opportunity to talk about the 14 universities and the 110,000 students that comprise our state system and the infinite opportunities that are provided amidst and among those 14 universities that are scattered all over the wonderful Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Today, we have the opportunity to talk about one such university. It happens to be the oldest of our system, established in 1837, and that's Cheyney University. We have with us today its interim president, Dr. Frank Pogue. Dr. Pogue is no newcomer to the world of higher education, with over 50 years of experience in the world of higher education. Also, parenthetically, has been the president before of one of our state universities, that's Edinburgh University near Erie. So we were delighted to have the chance to tap him and ask him if he could take on the challenge and the opportunity of moving Cheyney forward, revitalizing and establish a bright future for the institution, and giving so many students the opportunity to call Cheyney home and create one step closer opportunities to their dreams and aspirations. So welcome, Dr. Pogue, and thank you for accepting the reins of Cheyney University at what we consider to be an important and transformational time for that institution. As exciting as the history of the institution has been, tucked away in southeastern Pennsylvania, I think its future is beginning to get brighter and brighter, and a lot of that has to do with your leadership, so we thank you for it. If you would, tell us a little bit more about the history of Cheyney, which is fascinating to all of us.
Thank you, Chancellor. Let me say first, though, thank you for the invitation to return to the state system of higher education. I had fun here for almost 12 years, and it's great to be back, especially at a place like Cheyney. I'm excited about what we're trying to do, Chancellor, because it's an opportunity, as you said, to address the challenges and stabilize an institution that's made outstanding contributions for 178 years, and we're trying to prepare it for an additional at least 178 years. Cheyney is not just the oldest in our state system. It's the first African-American institution founded to educate former slaves. The amazing thing about it, too, briefly, is that in 1837, the vast majority of African Americans were still slaves. The university was founded for 26 years before the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. And that just excites me almost every time I say it. And I've had an opportunity to work around Cheyney for more than 25 years in different ways, and I've watched the institution, and it's finally a good thing to be there to participate in the change.
Well, we are delighted to have you in that role, and while the challenges are great in all of higher education today, perhaps more challenging in higher education and in the history of our nation in many ways, the challenges that schools like Cheyney have been facing continue at the same time. And it takes courageous people to come together and make sure that that long-term viability is there that will keep the institution rich for many generations to come.
Indeed.
I wanted to turn my attention to a couple of programs, and there are a lot of things we could talk about with Cheyney, but a couple of programs that I have found and many have found to be very exciting, dedicated not only to identifying worthy students for participation, but then also providing financial assistance to those worthy students. One's called the Keystone Honors Program, and it's largely dedicated toward undergraduate students. And then Bond Hill, which is a program that was designed some years ago to provide identification and assistance to graduate degree seeking students. Can you tell us a little bit about those programs?
Right. First of all, Keystone, I don't know of another program in America that has been more successful than our own Keystone program. Right now, we are serving 145 students in that program. As you indicated, they are fully supported financially, but books, fees, and the important thing is that they are supported emotionally. Plans are made every day to address their personal needs, their professional needs, psychological needs, and so forth. What Keystone has demonstrated for me, and I think demonstrated for our state system, is that the students are out there. If we had funding to support students, they can enter and graduate with distinction. The students that you meet in Keystone are very much like students in general, but they are involved in virtually everything. Placing students is easy. Placing them in graduate schools is easy because they are fully prepared as Keystone students. They have the staff, the faculty, the alumni support they need, and they also have the funding. The model is so successful that a proposal has already been prepared to actually move that program closer to being the face of Cheyney University, because it is so important to present the successful students we have. Now, the bond program is basically graduate and professional, so that students can, and often do, receive a scholarship to support them for professional experience and graduate experience. And basically in such areas as law and medicine, podiatry, business administration, medical administration, but all at the professional level. So in both programs, students are supported financially, they're supported spiritually and otherwise, and they are very successful. We have very few problems placing students in graduate programs and professional jobs, and they do a wonderful job representing
Well, I have
us.
found in my time working with you, and believe me, it's been a delight that I've had that chance, and with Cheyney, of course, to identify lots of great programs. Another one that I am quite taken with is a program that I have found since my arrival as part of the state system, the Call Me Mr. program.
Yes,
Can you
yes.
tell our viewers a
Yeah,
little bit about that very unique program, Call Me Mr.?
That is a very important program and absolutely necessary. Focused primarily on African American men. It is a mentoring, role modeling program to channel young men and women, anyone, into teaching, urban focus teaching. But the important thing is the focus on leadership and teaching leadership, role modeling, demonstrating to others that you can become a successful teacher, you can be involved as a mentor, and that is what's happening in the mentoring operation.
Fantastic. Well, I know the success stories continue to be racked up over many years at Cheyney, but as our time begins to give way, we being the Board of Governors, the Chancellor, and the state system collectively at a meeting had the opportunity to pay tribute to one of Cheyney's best and brightest. We provide every year an award called the Ali Zaidi Award, and it does go to one student out of 110,000, dubbed to be, if you will, the best and brightest, as an example of how many wonderful and talented students that we have in our system every year. This year's recipient was a student at Cheyney, and she is our current Ali Zaidi Award winner. Tell us a little bit about her.
Well, I'll tell you what, I could talk all day about Miss Kinsley. Ms. Kinley right now is, as you can imagine, in graduate school. And I tell you, when I accompanied her to the state system office and presented her to the board as the very first recipient from Cheyney of the Alizade Award, it was astoundingly appreciated by everybody. The accolades are still coming in. She has been everywhere. She's internationally traveled. Within the country, she has gone to other graduate and professional schools and participated in conferences. She has written papers and participated in panel discussions. And so she is everywhere. And on the campus, she was the same way. Very unassuming, but a natural leader.
Well, I know when I spoke to her at the meeting, I was quick to point out what a credit she was to Cheyney. She was very quick to point out that without Cheyney, she wouldn't be in that position.
Yes.
And that's the love affair, I think, that continues to exist between the student body and the faculty, the Cheyney community, and that wonderful institution. And it has been a pleasure working with everyone at Cheyney in helping to shape and craft its future, as we must do in all of higher education. How do we make sure our universities are ready to tackle the challenges of the 21st century, not the 20th? And I think Cheyney is helping us in many ways take the lead in that regard. So Dr. Frank Pogue, we could talk all day about Cheyney. I certainly could, but I will end where I started. Thank you for accepting the challenge of the interim presidency of Cheyney. Thank you for what you, and through you, everyone in and around Cheyney are doing collectively to develop that vision for the future of the institution and its place in our system, the Commonwealth, the country, and the world. We're delighted to have you with us. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.
Coming up next, explore more opportunities offered at Cheyney University.
Invest in me.
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 I'll be your future public servant.
I'll be your future advertising executive.
I'll be your future accountant.
I will be your future motivational speaker.
I'll be your future lawmaker.
I will be your future teacher.
Invest in me. I'll be your future videographer.
Welcome back to Infinite Opportunities. Next, we'll find out how the Cheyney Keystone Honors Program provides the opportunity for students to pursue their dreams.
Typical Keystone Honors Academy student. Bright, curious, smart, aware, hungry for something. There's something out there waiting for them, and they're going to find it one way or another. These are the kids that had the benefit of getting turned on to knowledge.
The Keystone Honors Academy provides an array of services for our students that offer professional development, academic experiences, and honors curriculum, as well as community service. All of these experiences expose our students to the kinds of opportunities that enable them to build their resumes and compete in the work environment.
Somehow they learn to love reading. They enjoy engaging with problems, problem solving. They have a curiosity that will not be quenched. They have a North Star. They're directed in some way, shape, or form. They're just happy to get to meet people and have opportunities, but they were looking for something, and they found it here at Keystone, here at Cheyney.
Well, I decided to come to Cheyney because my school wasn't as diverse. So I wanted to experience another atmosphere and another group of people. And even when I just came to Cheyney for some time to look around, already felt like it was a family and I fit in.
I came to Cheyney because it was the only college that afforded me an opportunity to pursue a degree without all of the hardships that would be, come attached.
In terms of the level they came in and the expectations that the professors have of them. So they are typical well above average students.
We offer a full scholarship package for our students. The Keystone Scholarship provides full tuition, room and board, all fees, as well as books and a laptop computer. The intent is to eliminate any of the financial burdens that a student may face in order to achieve access to a college education.
I wasn't a part of the Keystone Honors Program when I first came to Cheyney, but it was definitely something that made me work towards it because I saw a lot of the benefits of the program. So when I came to Cheyney in 2006 and I heard about the program, it just made me want to work towards that. So I was on the scholarship from 2007 until I graduated in 2010.
I think what I appreciate the most about the Honors Academy is the KHA team and how they believe in the students. I think that the opportunities will present themselves as long as students work hard, but to have that nurturing environment puts it over the top, and I feel like that's what we have here in the Keystone community.
I just appreciate Keystone, and I'm glad that it was offered. The scholarship helped me, but then also being in building and classes with like people, it helped me to just not feel like I was an outcast, or just to feel like I could come to college and actually focus on my education.
Being a part of the Keystone Honors Academy is definitely like having your own small family. You're around people who are like-minded, who are goal-oriented. They want to make something of themselves. We all come from some kind of background and we all have a story. And so being a part of this program, it allows us to, one, be able to share our stories with one another.
It's really just people believing in you. There are a lot of times where students, a lot like myself, the backgrounds we come from, we think that we don't have what it takes to do something. And when you walk through these doors, you're not going to get that answer. What you're going to find is someone on the other end telling you a million reasons why you should do it.
Next, we'll see how a new mentoring program at Cheyney provides students with the key to success in their academic lives.
When I was a first-year student, I just went about trial and error, just going around falling and figuring things out as I go along. So when I joined the Seifer Program, I was just like, how can I impact somebody else's life so they won't go through the same things that I went through?
The Seifer Program was my vision. I saw that there was a need for a program for first-year students particularly to help them navigate the college. I found that a lot of them didn't know exactly what support services that we had here and weren't aware of tools that they needed to be successful. And also I found that a lot of students were informally mentoring students.
Khalil's already gone through the things that I'm going through. He's in the Honors Academy. He's taken a lot of the same classes that I've taken. And so when I'm kind of freaking out over stuff that I feel like I'm not doing right, or things that I think I should be doing, he's very adept at saying, just take a deep breath, just relax, here's what you do, here's what you're going to do, here's what you should do, and this is how you're going to accomplish this. And it kind of allows me to get my head on straight.
Khalil helps me by interacting with me, reaching out, seeing everything is okay, with my academics, extracurricular activities on Cheyney campus.
The mentoring program is a paid position, but I wasn't eligible for work study, but I just volunteered anyway without being paid to be a mentor, because I felt like the money isn't a big deal to me, because I just want to use my knowledge to help others.
I wanted a student that wanted to work with their peers, someone who understood the need for a peer mentor, particularly for someone who was a first-year student here at the university.
I meet with a one-on-one throughout the dormitories or in the hallways, or they want me to come to a specific location, I can meet them at a specific location.
I would describe Khalil as like my older brother that I never had.
When I interact with Nehemiah, it's like, he reminds me of like a little brother to me, because it's like, when he comes to me, he looks up to me highly. We was in Ubuntu leadership program across the hall at Birdie Hall, and he was writing down people that he looked up to, and he wrote my name down on a note card, and I was shocked because I didn't know that while I'm doing what I'm doing, there's somebody that's looking up to me and following my footsteps.
I would definitely consider being a mentor because I've learned a lot in the past year, and I would like to pass that on to people who are coming in and are just in a whole new environment. And I feel like I have that perspective that can be given to them.
I see myself being a mentor by giving back to my community. Not only that, but I feel as though my voice is important, like for the future generation to come.
I think it's been more successful than I thought it would be. I think that when we really designed the program, we really designed it for first-year students, but we get a mixture of students.
I think Seifer Program is important for students here at Cheyney because Seifer Program offers a one-on-one engagement between the mentor and the mentee. It also helps first-year students or transfer students engage in the campus community and be aware of the activities and events that's going on campus.
It's all really a program geared towards helping our students get adjusted and making sure that they're aware of the support services that we have, but also knowing that they can depend on each other.
College is a whole new environment, and you're coming in not knowing anybody. So it's easy to feel like you're just kind of the only person going through this. And programs like the Seifer Mentoring Program reminds you that you're in this together.
Focus on success. Since 1837, Cheyney University has been preparing thousands of young men and women to become successful leaders in the fields of business, arts and science, education, and professional studies. At Cheyney University, you'll not only receive an affordable, quality college education, but the attention you deserve from faculty who care about you and your success. Focus on success at Cheyney University.
Welcome back to Infinite Opportunities. Next, we'll find out what career opportunities are available to Cheyney students earning degrees through the university's hospitality programs.
HRTM stands for Hotel, Restaurant, and Tourism Management. A shorthand term is hospitality, and it's actually the world's largest industry.
It's a booming industry that's been around for a long time and will continue to be around.
What we find with HRTM is that there's a lot of interest actually in cooking, with the proliferation of cooking shows like Chopped, like Cutthroat Kitchen, like Iron Chef. When we teach and talk about HRTM here at Cheyney, we use 5 major areas. There's hotels and lodging, food and beverage, travel and tourism, recreation and leisure, and meetings and events.
The professors here at Cheyney, we all come from the industry.
2015 was our 40th anniversary year, so we're delighted to have been doing what we do for as long as we have. One of the things that sets HRTM apart here at Cheyney is that it's about experiential learning. So we don't just teach about hotels, we teach about hotels, then we go to see a hotel. We don't just talk about restaurants, we go to see restaurants.
I love being around people and helping people, and I knew that the hospitality department was for me after talking to my professors here.
We have a flexible 50-seat dining room and huge teaching kitchen that we allow the students to manage and essentially run as a business. The same people who train folks at Marriott and other major hotel companies and industries around the world actually teach our students. We bring them in for a 2-week, a 4-week period and have them directly share this information with our students, and it makes them a lot more prepared and ready for the real world.
Majority of our students, as majors and minors, complete an internship starting their sophomore year through their senior year.
We have a fantastic job placement rate for our graduates here at Cheyney. For the last several years, our job placement rate has been well into the 90s. For the last 2 years, our job placement rate has been 95%.
I'm coming away once I graduate with the offer from Darden Industries. In July, I will be starting a management position with them as a manager with Olive Garden.
Our students are people who love to learn, and they're constantly asking questions.
The best thing about this program is that it's kind of a learning community. The professors and the students alike welcome you. I'm the first minor in the HRTM program.
This is a very exciting program on campus. We do a lot of experiential things. Students love to get involved.
By us being the smallest major on campus, we are also the dynamic major on campus.
So it definitely feels like a family where everyone around you wants you to excel.
We're a small department, and we really care about our students. and we make sure that our students are well prepared when they leave here.
Next, we'll discover how Cheyney students work together to break stereotypes and promote diversity through the My Life, My Label project.
What do you think are some of the stereotypes and biases of African American women?
They're too strong, too independent, being loud and being ghetto.
Some of the issues that we are discussing as a group and as a campus is definitely the biases and the stereotypes against not only women, but specifically African American women.
I decided that My Life, My Label was something I had to be a part of because it's breaking stereotypes. It's teaching the campus become more aware of the language that we use.
It was really kind of eye-opening to see like it's really that prevalent and that serious that they're still labeled even in the year 2015.
There's a lot of self-esteem issues with women sometimes, especially on college campuses. And the My Life, My Label project, it gives the students the opportunity to be comfortable with who they are.
The grant that we're working with is a Campus Action Grant, and it's designed to bring together groups of students to work on a specific project or topic that will help to improve the status of women in society.
A project like My Life, My Label absolutely is amazing for a freshman. We have a couple of freshman student leaders on our team who talked about that transition that they've made from kind of shy and kind of introvert to now they're leading the campus and they're leading the charge. To become a student leader, you have to become more involved, I think, like outside of the classroom. You join programs, you get into campaigns like My Life, My Label, and you take action, you take initiative, you move forward.
I think it's very important for people to know that the opportunities that exist at Cheyney University for our students are varied, and there are many.
Opportunities are so immense here, like it's almost like kind of hard not to be in something.
At Cheyney University, we have a dynamic group of students who are engaged across campus, both in the classroom but also out the classroom. And the learning that they have in the classroom from faculty members absolutely transitions and translates to what they do outside of the classroom. When things go on campus, everyone knows about it. So we have more campus support. Whereas if it was a bigger campus, it would be a lot harder to get the word out.
When we have these projects going on campus, it's easier for us to, say, hey, there's a project going on, why don't you come out to this event? Because, you never know who it could affect.
A specific project like My Life, My Label gives them the opportunity to be creative, to learn about leadership development, working in a team, working with different people from different perspectives, but also understanding that everybody has the same goal, everybody wants to be successful.
There's a world that we have to deal with, we can deal with it together, and we should deal with it together. So I feel like men and women should come together here on campus and just outside campus too. Like once you leave Cheyney, take what you learned here at Cheyney and send it back to your community, your high school, be a student leader outside of Cheyney.
Come back next week to learn more of the infinite opportunities at the state system's 14 universities, or visit us online